My name is Rebecca Sarman. I am in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a triple diamond. I've been with the company. It was 3 years in April. Um, Life changing. Love this company. Love everything about it. Our products. I love the friendships I've made. The freedom. Real quick on me, I'll just tell you quick about myself. When I started this company, I was broke as a joke. My husband and I owned a construction company, and we were always robbing Peter and Paul. We lost our home a couple months into the business, but my friend was selling, and I watched her for about almost a year, and I was like, gosh, if she can do this, I can do this. So I jumped in with both feet, and I didn't look back, even when, felt like, oh, gosh, can I do this? Can I do this at the beginning? I stuck with it. And it took me a year to hit diamond. And this is just my story. Keep in mind, everybody's is different. Took me another year to go double. And on my third anniversary, I go triple. So now I'm going for presidential. So that's just a little bit about me. And I want to introduce our awesome ladies that are joining me. Lindsay Long and Shannon King and Kristen Elizabeth. Kristen is actually my personally enrolled. I met her at a cancer benefit. And I was very pregnant, but I got her name and I followed up with her. And then Lindsay and Shannon, I met Shannon, Kristen and I did, as we were entering the cruise. And it was amazing. Shannon and I were like instantly like, oh gosh, we're hanging out this trip. And then we got to meet Lindsay probably within that 24 hours. But so grateful to meet sidelines in this business and just be able to connect. So tonight we're going to talk about, each person's going to talk a lot about their aha moment. Then we're going to talk about how we earned the cruise. What steps did we take to earn the cruise? And how to work your business through the summer. Like, what are you going to do to get that cruise? And so everybody's just going to throw in a little bit about them. They'll tell a little bit about themselves too. So I guess, Lindsay, I'll start with you. I'm going to go from left to right.
Okay, so introduce myself or cruise tip or cruise.
Yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let's do the introduction, okay, and then we'll go to the next.
Okay, so I'm Lindsay Long and I'm a triple diamond. I live in Tyler, Texas, and I've been in the business for 19 months now. I joined because we desperately needed money to pay for some testing for my daughter. My oldest is somewhat special needs. And I was debating going back to work, and I really didn't want to go back to work. But I was looking at 3 different jobs, and we're looking at different offers, and we were at a camp, and just a friend was wearing the At Work shirt. And so I literally asked her about it, and that's how it started. And I thought, I'm going to give it 3 months and see what happens. And just started running with it and sharing it with everyone I knew. I'm the last person that you would have thought would have been good at this. So I still think that about myself. I'm not into sales or any of that stuff, but I was a mom on a mission, and I knew how to talk to people. And I'm still blown away by how much of a gift this business is, and how you really can work it in spare and part-time. So that's me.
Yay. Love these girls. Okay, Shannon. Is she, we need to unmute her. You need to unmute yourself, or do we need to do it? Oh, there we go.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? It says you can hear me.
You're cutting out just a little bit. If you can hear us.
Hello.
You cannot hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, now you're good. Can everybody else hear me?
Yeah, she's cutting out a little bit.
That's better, Shannon. We can hear you now.
Okay. I don't know what the problem is, you guys. My background's technology. You think I could do this? Oh, I am so happy to be here. Thanks for having me. And yes, I wore the honor of you tonight, Rebecca. This is why we became friends on the cruise, because she liked my shirt and complimented my tacos and tequila shirt. But so
I remember that.
We instantly friends. My background is I've been in the business for 2 years this month. And I was one of those people that you guys get really irritated with. I get irritated with people like me. I'm one of those people that you message over and over again and you see them reading your messages and they don't respond, or they'll respond every now and then. I did that to my upline for 2 years.
Oh no. We'll see if she comes back. If it keeps doing it, we'll just move on to Kristen and then get her. She can start over.
If you can hear me, Skip.
Oh. Yeah.
Skip.
Yeah. Go for it. She'll
Oh.
probably dial back in. So go for it. Kristen, my first double diamond. So proud of this girl. Go ahead.
All right. What are you wanting me to do? Tell my background.
Just go ahead and introduce yourself, how long you've been in the business, and a little bit about how far, how you've gotten, how long you've been in and stuff.
My name's Kristen Warmbrodt. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I've been with It Works now for 18 months. Like Rebecca said, I signed up, we met at a cancer benefit that's very near and dear to my heart. And so I kind of took that as a sign of what I'd been really praying for, a way to make more money. I just wasn't making enough money. I was barely making above the poverty line doing insurance, which is a really hard field to just start out in. And I desperately needed to make a couple $100 extra and pay my overdue electric bill. And I knew there was this insane income ability with this company. I had heard that. I didn't know personally people that were doing it, but I had heard it. And that was kind of enough for me. So I jumped in really hoping it was going to be amazing. And once I started using the products, I fell in love with the products and the company and, everything that this business is. But yeah, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I didn't know what network marketing was or, how to do it, but it turned out amazing, I guess. And I am so fortunate that I chose It Works to start with, because seeing other companies now, I can't imagine how hard it would be to do some other kind of product. And yeah, I love this company and everything about it. So that's me.
Awesome. Thank you. Is Shannon back? I don't see her. All right. Well, let's go on to like the aha moment. Like, honestly, you guys, I just have to say this. Earning that trip last year, the cruise, the most unbelievable experience I probably have ever, like the most amazing trip I've ever been on. I think just being able to go and being around so many top leaders and even there was people that were new in the company that have only been in 30 to 90 days that were earning this trip. Just kind of blew my mind. But it was there's Shannon. Yay. Okay. I'll go back to her just introducing herself. Shannon. She muted. Oh, she needs to unmute herself.
She looks so fabulous, though.
She does look amazing.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so go ahead and finish introducing yourself, love.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I think if you could like shoot laser beams out of your eyes at a bunch of kids that have a lot of electronics that connect to the internet, that's what just happened. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So to introduce myself, what I was saying is I have been in the business for 2 years this month and am a double diamond. I like to say now that I'm an ambassador trapped in a triple diamond chart. That's what I feel like. I'm dead set on going ambassador, but I said no to this business for 2 years. And I'm one of those people that my upline messaged me every month asking me to join this business. And I said no for 2 years. And a lot of times I ignored her. And I tell you that because to make sure that you keep following up. Never stop following up. So that's just a tip I'll throw in there. She never gave up on me, and I'm so thankful that she didn't. But I had a very full-time job. I had a 23-year career, a very lucrative career. And my husband has been a stay-at-home dad for 17 years. And if you would have told me it'll be a year in July that I left my corporate career, not because I've totally replaced my income, but that's how much I believe in this company. I know that I can set my sights on where I want to be with this company. and achieve, the same number of zeros I had before. But I feel like I've achieved a different level of success in this company already. And that's being home with my children, with my 3 children, and really being able to be a part of life instead of watching them grow up from people's phones and on Facebook. I'm actually involved in their life. So that's, to me, It Works has already provided me with a great deal of success in the 2 years that I've been in.
Awesome. I love hearing. I mean, that's one of the awesome things about this business, our sidelines and just hearing stories and stuff. So let's talk about our aha moments, ladies, on the cruise. So Lindsay, let's go back to you.
Okay. So it's hard to pick one. So I'm going to try and just pick one. I think my biggest aha moment was, I think it was about 1,300 people or 1,500 people on the boat. I can't remember how many, but you grow up in this company or whatever, and you're trying to promote. And if you're like me, you have like the famous It Works people. I know it sounds really silly, but like, the people that are in the higher up ranks, and you just think in the back of your head, there must be something different about them. Or, I know that, they probably had people flocking to their posts. They probably had people lining up asking to be distributors. I mean, I'm exaggerating some, but I just feel like something in my head set myself apart from them. Like it was hard to picture myself as that. And so, but going there on the boat, and then you're just crammed in with people of all different ranks. And the greatest percentage of people on the boat were executive and Ruby. So I thought that was amazing. And then just to be around these other people and get to talk to them in a very regular environment, to see them as regular people, for me, that said to me, like, they really are, when they say like, I'm no different than you from stage and anyone can do this. It's really true. There's not a big majority of people that actually work in this business. I'm only saying that because there's a chart, and it shows like the percentage of people that are executive, Ruby, whatever, and Diamond, it goes up. And you'd be shocked at the amount of percentage that's only distributor, and then the big jump in percentage from distributor to executive. And it just goes to show you that there may be 100,000 plus distributors in this company, but there's not a lot of people that actually work the business, that actually daily go for a customer, that daily go for a distributor. And so if you're just even remotely going after the steps to success right now, and you're working it each day, you're in a minority. And that's how you can get on the boat so fast. And so for me, being on the boat, that's what I saw. Like, most of the people on this boat are new people, or people that are like Ruby. And then the people that are in the top income earning or whatever, all they were people that were just regular, that just didn't stop, that just kept going. And so it just really, I feel like it really meshed everyone together. And I thought it was a very smart and brilliant move on the company, whether they meant to do it or not, to put everyone in the same place, to show you that, to take off the comparison cap and to go, no, I really can hit that rank just like them. Like, I'm no different than them. So one.
Sorry, coming for Mama.
We're good. Do you want me to take up Shannon? Do you want to go next?
Yes.
Okay.
Just for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. So my aha moment, I'm gonna share a couple. One was similar to what Lindsay said, but each night, I've never been on a cruise before, so I'm telling you, when I heard that we had a cruise coming, I was going to be on that ship, and I was going to make absolutely sure that I earned a full cabin, because I wanted my best friend there, which is my husband, and I wanted to experience that with him. So earn that full cabin. But anyway, so my husband and I, each night we would go to dinner, and you don't get to pick who you're going to go to dinner with. And at first I thought, well, that's not cool. I want to sit with my buddies. But I'm so happy that they did, that I was able to sit with this different group of people every night that, initially they were total strangers, but I'm still in contact with them. And each night we would be able to share our experience from the day. But over dinner each night, I heard their stories. And I remember sitting there thinking about, we all have obstacles. We all are busy. We all have lives. We all have all these things, we could come up with a million things that could keep us from working our business. All of us have it. I think whenever anybody gets inside their head and you think you're the only one that's busy or the only one that has tribulations and trials in your life or obstacles, we all do. And to sit there and hear a girl, her name's Casey, and she was at the time I think she was triple. And I know she's promoted since that cruise. I mean, it lit her on fire even more. And she's promoted either to triple or presidential, I forget. But what she shared with me is she found herself in a hospital room for weeks upon weeks with her baby that just had a heart transplant. And she built her business in that environment. So if she can do that, it just really stood out to me that, wow, I mean, what do I have to gripe about? And I think about her and I think about other people and their stories that have obstacles too, and they're getting it done. So anytime you start to get inside your head, or anytime I start to get inside my head, I draw upon other people's resilience and their tenacity, and it keeps me going. But that just really stood out to me at dinner, that you can overcome anything in this business if you want it bad enough. So that was one of them. And I guess one that's not quite so deep and tear at the heartstrings but it was real for me, having been the breadwinner for my family for my entire life. I never really took any time off. And to be able to go on that cruise and really unplug and enjoy myself and celebrate, that was a big aha moment for me too, where I was able to go, wait, my life really is different. I'm really in charge of my time now. I don't have to worry about a boss calling me right now telling me I've got to get on a conference call even though I'm trying to enjoy vacation, or whatever else comes with it when we try to unplug. But that was another moment for me that I was so appreciative of that cruise, because it forced me into that environment, and it forced me to realize that my life had changed.
Hey, Kristen, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so aha moments from the cruise. I feel like I probably will have sort of a similar message, but I think one of the things I kept asking was, I went diamond, I guess it was April of last year. And so I went on the cruise, and I had been boxed for double for a really long time, but I had some basically legs falling apart. I have a really strong, awesome rock star team in one leg, but outside of them, a lot of that was falling apart. And so it was just taking me a really long time to get to double. And I kept saying, I kept asking people, what's your best advice for going double? And they kept saying, well, just shoot for triple. And it might've been both of you might have said that to me. You're smiling. It probably was you, but was it you, Shannon?
I don't, probably, who knows?
Okay. Well, somebody told me that. And that was kind of like weird to me, but then I was like thinking about it, and when I actually did go double, it sort of aha momented me then, because when I did go double, it was the first month that I wasn't stressing about maintaining my diamond. I actually lost my diamond for a couple months, and I got it back the month that you could earn your good bonus back, which was November. And so I had gotten my diamond back, but I had kind of been struggling to maintain that, not necessarily knowing the compensation plan as good as I should have. And so it was like, I had this aha moment when I went double, because it was the first moment that I hit diamond, or it was the first month that I hit diamond so soon, and without even worrying about hitting diamond. It was like I just went on past the diamond. And so I was like, that's what they were saying to me. They were saying, like, if you're just worried about the next rank, like, you're never worried about maintaining the rank that you're at. And then you're not, and it felt so much easier going double than it did maintaining a rank to me. Like, it felt easier promoting, and I don't know if that makes sense, but it was like, you guys that have promoted probably like understand what I'm saying. When you're promoting, you're just like blowing on past it. All right, this rank. And so I don't know. I think that was just more the moment. Oh, they're saying, stop worrying about maintaining. Like, you're kind of putting negative energy into something, and put all of your positive energy into the next rank, and then it's just going to happen for you. And you're never going to be stressed about maintaining. So that was an aha moment that I sort of had at the cruise, but then later. And then the biggest thing that I the cruise was for me was, not everybody on this call probably knows, but I was in a really, really bad car accident just like less than 2 weeks before the cruise. So bad that I really considered not going. I was really, really upset, and it was a horrible thing. And I wanted to just hide in a hole. I was really, really depressed about it. And I didn't feel right going on the cruise and celebrating something. I felt guilty doing that. And so it was a very, very difficult thing. And then my family was like, you need to go. This is something, and I think Rebecca told me, like, girl, we have to go. You've earned this. You worked your butt off. You got to get on that ship. And I was like, well, it's probably like the one thing that might be able to cheer me up right now. So I'm just going to force myself to go and put on a happy face and, try not to cry the whole time. And so, and I met Shannon and Lindsay, and they were amazing. And I think we had some serious me crying heart to hearts. They probably hated it, but it was a really, really tough time for me, and they were amazing and just so helpful. And I think the biggest thing was, hearing all these other stories and stuff that goes on. Like, I cried more times than anything hearing other people's like tribulations and the stuff they overcame. And it was just like, I can't let that stop me. Like, I can't let that ruin my life. I have to get up and dust myself off. And, if it means putting a smile on my face when I want to cry and going out and working my business, I've just got to do it, because horrible, horrible things happen to everybody. And, like, you're not alone in that. If you're going through something, like, you have friends, you have these girls, they're amazing. Reach out to them, say that you're having a hard time, ask them to help lift you up. But don't let it stop you in your business, because we all have, exactly like Shannon said, we all have a million reasons not to succeed and not to keep working. And, that we could absolutely, like, we've all wanted to quit. I guarantee you, we have all thought about quitting and cried our eyes out and been upset about something, but, it's so, so worth it not to. And this opportunity, I can't imagine anything better anywhere else, so that's why we push on and keep going, and you can't let bad stuff stop you. So that was my big, I guess, aha moment from the cruise. Sorry if that was really long, guys.
Oh, I love it.
I want to hug you and give you kisses.
I'm trying really hard not to cry. Oh, I wish I could hug you.
And I would have came and dragged her on the cruise back.
No, I think, can I pile onto that, or are you going to say something, Rebecca?
Oh,
I was just going to pile on that, like that. I think that's something we all struggle with trying to communicate to people, especially people that are looking at joining us, is how do you verbalize that kind of relationship that we have within this company? I think it's so special that I felt that way from the second I got on the ship, and I think that's why we were able to immediately connect. Is I relate it to, when you're kids, and we all say, well, you can never have those relationships like you had when you were kids. You'll never create those friendships like you made when you were kids. And the reason why you're able to make those friendships when you're kids, I believe, is because we don't have all the walls up that we create as we get older. And whenever I got onto that cruise ship, I knew I was going to be with people that got me. Like, I could give you like a secret handshake or a head nod. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody on that ship gets you. Like, we all have the same goals, and we have within this company. We just get what we're doing, and there's no wasted time explaining, well, this is what I do, and this is why it's a great thing to do. All of all your walls are down, and so you're able just to connect with people on that level that I think we all search for, and I think that's very unique to It Works. But it's pretty amazing. You can't explain it, and so get on that ship. So you know what I'm talking about.
Totally.
On the ship.
Yeah, to kind of piggyback off all that. My aha moments, I had a lot, but literally walking onto the ship, I realized how much freedom I had, kind of like what Shannon was saying. I was sitting there, signing a customer as I was walking on, which was amazing. And then, you get on, and every single It Works person was trying to get the Wi-Fi, and so we're all buying the Wi-Fi.
We crashed the cruise ship.
Yes, we basically crashed it. Now, that might not be on a typical cruise, but like for us, like what we do is not work. We are changing lives and we're having fun while we do it. Now, like Kristen said earlier, do we have days? Do we feel like we want to quit sometimes? Yes. But, I took on the attitude from the beginning. I am not going to quit. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to do it. But the minute I walked on that ship, you could feel the energy. And to be able to be on that ship with all those amazing leaders and people, it just completely changed my life. I'm so grateful. I'm not going to talk too long because I want to keep kind of flowing, but it just literally, I didn't care what activities were going on the ship. I really didn't. I just wanted to be around everybody and talk and pick their brains and just enjoy it all. And Kristen and I, we roomed together, and I couldn't think of anyone better to room with. I'm
really good at safety drills, you guys.
Very good. So, and and that's another cool thing. We met one of a distributor from Paris, and he was a triple diamond, right? He was a reality star over there. But it just goes like the one
curly hair.
Yeah. What?
I remember him.
Yeah.
Curly hair, right?
Yeah. Curly funky.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was so cool recently, and I don't know how it's turned out yet. I need to follow up. But one of my distributors in Canada, what's Gaymar, she's on here. I don't see her face. Right there you are. Hi. We'll have to catch up more on that, like maybe tonight or tomorrow. But I messaged him, and it was like, it's just how we connect. We're a family. It works as a family. So the aha moment, was that just the freedom we had, the freedom I have owning my own business. And it's just crazy, guys. It's just changed my life. I could go on and on about that. I'm just so grateful, to where I am today compared to 3 years ago. It was not a fun place. So, we'll keep going. I could just ramble on, and I don't want to do that. So, anyway, let's go to the next one, number 2. Let's talk about how we earned this cruise. I guess you guys want to know how did you guys get on the cruise, right? So, Lindsay, I'll let you take over.
Okay. So here's the funny thing. When they first announced the cruise, and I think it was the same month, I did what I feel like a lot of people do, and I went, oh, they're only going to take the top 1,300 or however many it was. There's no way I'm going to be one of those. There's so many, and I wasn't even thinking of it, but I was trying to promote. So I was trying to hit double. And so I was just running for a promotion. And I think at the end of May or the end of June, I saw my points, and I thought, oh, it'll show you this is what you need for a full cabin. This is what you need for half cabin. And I was like, oh, I can do this. And I focused on rubies. So you can earn the cruise through signing customers. And those are customers you keep and don't place. If you want the points, that is. You can earn the cruise through signing distributors. You get more points when you sign a distributor that gets their 4 customers. And then when you have a ruby, that's 2,500 points. And so not only to me is that that was the route I chose, because that didn't mean that just I was getting 2,500 points. It meant a ruby on my team was getting 2,500 points, and that somebody else on my team was making money. And our company is built on rubies. And so when I saw my points, and I was trying to promote as well, I went and made a list, and I think someone else is probably going to say the same thing, but I made a list of everybody that had not hit ruby and could go ruby. And Shannon and I, around this time, we had linked up, and we had done a Race to Ruby page, just as Sideline Sisters, and we just started helping people go ruby and giving them daily tasks and stuff. And I think that going back to kind of what I was saying before, I don't want anyone on here. Obviously we're not on the same team, but anyone on here is one team, one mission. Never undersell yourself or what you can do, because really, seriously, just completing the steps to success is going to earn you points. And like I said, you'd be surprised how few people are running for that cruise. So don't count yourself out, because I was like Shannon, I earned a full cabin and got to take my husband, and that was awesome. So I focused on building rubies and poured my time and energy into giving them advice and tasks and all kinds of things. And then any customers I got, I was building a ruby, so I wasn't keeping my customers. So that was what I chose to do.
Awesome. Okay, make sure. Baby's screaming in the other room. Sorry. Okay, Kristen, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure all of us are going to sound alike on this one, but yeah, I didn't keep any of my loyal customers. I actually was signing a bunch of DTs at the time. And so, you know, I was giving those DTs to the new, or loyals to the new DTs. And because you got like she said, you got like 100 more points, I think, if you got 4 DTs or four loyals for a new DT rather than you got 400 if you kept them. And I know right now they're doubled, so that's not necessarily the case, but you are still helping people go Ruby then too. So obviously you got more points for getting Rubies on your team. And I had some awesome rock stars going Ruby on their own last year at that time, so that helped. I got my boyfriend to Ruby. And I had some girls working hard that were getting themselves to Ruby and, you know, just helping launch new people and helping them get those first couple loyals. And yeah, when that cruise was announced, I don't know, I was just like, I'm going to get on that cruise. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. And I was just like, I'm going. And so I just like kept checking it every single week. And I was like a top 300 point earner for almost the entire like duration of cruise points. And then the last week when they doubled it, I dropped down and I like was in a way lower, you know, like one of the last people because I was working the whole summer. And then when they doubled, you know, all these other people passed me, but I would have had a full cabin if not for that. I was really high. But yep, I mean, I don't want to repeat everything that you already said, but I mean, yeah, we did those things and just helping our new people and, you know, working with your runners, helping them get to Ruby.
We have a visitor.
Oh.
Say hi, everyone.
Family business.
Yes. Say hi.
Oh.
Really hot.
She's all sweating and hot because she was trying to escape the bedroom.
Oh.
You went to hang out with the rap stars. Say hi, everyone. Okay, I'll mute and let Shannon go.
Okay, I'll shift gears just a little bit since not everybody has a bunch of Ruby people that are positioned to go Ruby, and just say, and what I would share with those of you that maybe you're brand new distributors or well, let's just say you're a brand new distributor and you haven't signed anybody yet. You can be on that ship. Do not rule yourself out. There are people that are not even in the computer yet that will be on that ship. So I want to share with you what I would focus on is go Ruby. Like, focus on going Ruby, and everybody that you are signing on, teach them how to go Ruby. And if everybody's focused on Ruby, you know, I've got somebody on my team that's charted for Ruby, and she is pushing past that and looking at emeralds. And so she could, by the end of this, let's say you're a distributor, you focus on going Ruby, right? So you get your 2,500 points. You're going to get more than that because you're going to be recruiting people. Well, let's just keep my math easy, 2,500 points. And then next month, you're focused on helping 2 people on your team go Ruby, right? There's another 5,000 points. You could end up walking on that ship in July as a diamond, no lie. And it's so doable because the company's so smart about getting you to focus on the steps to success in this contest. You are getting rewarded for just doing what they want us to do and what they try to teach us to do all the time. So have laser focus on the steps to success, then just be smart and strategic about, you know, like right now, yes, I could get 10 loyal customers and earn the suite, but I'm more focused on helping my team build to Ruby because I want people on that ship with me, and I'm going to make sure that I end up with a suite or a whatever, a full cabin or whatever I have to later. But my focus right now is on Rubies. So I encourage you to, if you're a new distributor, to focus 100% on completing those steps to success. Go Ruby. You can do that, and then immediately put your focus on the people on your team that want to run with you and help them get to Ruby. And it will change your life by the end of July. Lindsay and I both went, we promoted the same month in July. We both went double that month because we worked these steps to success, and we're very focused on completing those and helping people get to Ruby. So it doesn't matter. You could be somebody on here, and I hope that I'm on the ship next to you and you're able to tell me the story about how you signed somebody up this month that got you on that ship. And they're there with you, and I get to meet them too, because it will happen. It's going to happen to somebody. It's going to happen to a lot of you. The majority of the people on that ship were, it seemed like, executives and Rubies. So it absolutely can happen. I mean, my cousin joined in July of last year and earned the cruise. So it was the last month to earn it. She joined and earned the cruise. So that's my tip to you, is laser focus on Ruby. Be strategic about where and how you earn your points, and then immediately repeat those with the people that want to run on your team next month, and just repeat those steps. You'll be there. Where'd you go?
I'm here. I'm sorry. Awesome. Yeah. So I won't touch on that too much, because that's pretty much, what I was doing is I was building the Rubies. And how do you build Rubies? You complete your steps to success, and you just keep doing that, keep repeating it. I'm big about launching new distributors. When you sign a distributor, get a launch party going, and just, I think I had dropped too, Kristen. I think I was kind of right where you were at. And then, I was completely shocked that I earned the cruise, but I was just like you. I was like, I am earning that cruise. And this year I am claiming 2 spots so I can bring my husband this year. So going for it, believing for it, working for it. And then that's going to kind of take us into, what are we going to do what do we do like for the summer? What are you going to do through the summer? Work hard in the summer to cruise in the winter. So we'll talk about a little bit about that, like day in and day out tasks that we personally do to work our businesses. And then we'll go back to Lindsay again. So.
Okay. I'll just share a few, and then if we want to cycle back around, we can, because I don't want to talk a lot too much. But so for me, I don't really differentiate between mentally. I don't want to differentiate between work time and non-work time, or now it's summer and I'm breaking, or now it's school year and so now I need to be busier. I wake up thinking about the business and go to bed thinking about the business. And so to me, anybody I come in contact with is a potential. And honestly, traveling or going on vacation just gets you around more people. And so I do a lot of blitzing. We were at the beach last week, and I signed up a couple ladies at the pool. I can talk a little bit about how that actually happened. I don't want to just say I blitz and leave it at that. I'd like to spell it out for you. But I would say, so what I work on every day is I work on the steps to success, just like everyone does. But I at the beginning of the month, I print them out. I have them posted where I can see them. At the beginning of the month, I always make a list of my potential customers and my potential distributors for the entire month, and I write it in pencil. And if someone didn't join the month before, I roll their name over. So some of my lists have a name on it that's been on there for 9 months, 10 months. And no, it doesn't mean I hagger people and I'm annoying, but that person is on my follow-up list until they join. Like, that's how it is. And so I'll have people that I blitzed this September 2 years ago, 2 months after I joined, and one lady, it took her a year to sign up. But I'm just always checking in and following up. So I do that at the beginning of the month. And then every day I'm very consistent with posting, of course, and I'm very consistent on Instagram, but that is not where I put all of my eggs, because we teach in this business to blitz and wrap and repeat. And yes, you blitz on social media through messaging, through posting, but you also have to blitz in person. And sometimes if I feel like I'm stuck with Facebook, I'm like, I'm going to shut my computer and I'm going to get out there and talk to somebody. So, and that's why this summer is exciting, because people are out and about and traveling and stuff. So I met a lady from Georgia and a lady from New Jersey that I never would have met had we not been at the same condo. So, so I have my list and I work on that every day. I'm going to contact 5 new people, to either join my team or about the products. That's my number. You can do more, you can do less, but I know that I'm at minimum contacting 5 fresh new people every day. And that doesn't count follow up. or anything like that. That's just fresh new contacts. And then you just have to trust the process. You're not going to sign a rock star every day, but you don't know if you're going to miss that rock star if you're not working every day. So I will be working every day. And like Rebecca said, at the same time, sometimes I have to pinch myself and go, when I say work, y'all, we're posting on social media and making friends and talking to people and being a nice person to other people. Like, that's what we're doing. And I don't know how you call that work, but so I love it. So real quick, just a quick example of blitzing. We're at the pool. There's these elderly ladies next to us. I have my 3 kids. I just said hi. That was it. I'll try and just, I don't know, some kind of connection. Hi, how are you? You know, it's a beautiful day. Aren't you glad it stopped raining? Whatever. And made a little conversation, went back to the kids. One of the ladies was really nice to my little boy, so we talked a little bit more, asked her where she was from. Turns out they'd been at the condo for 2 weeks. We just chatted about stuff. She told me about her Facebook group on vacations. You need to join my group. And I was like, okay, what's your name? We became friends. I left the pool, thanked her for being sweet to my little boy. I went back up to my room and immediately went to her Facebook wall, liked like 3 or 4 things and commented. Then later on that next morning, I noticed she went to mine. And so if I do that, what is she going to see? She's going to see my stuff. And so she commented, saw her the next day, remembered her name, said hi, said her name, talked a little bit. And before I left, I brought them some coupons, Blitz cards, and said, it was really cool to meet you. I would love to give you coupons for my business. And I didn't just give them and run away like, oh, I'm scared. You know, I gave them to her and stood there for the awkward silence for a few seconds for her to go, what is this? And also, you know, we ended up having a little party at the pool the next morning with products and stuff. But I mean, just like that, I went on a trip with my family and came home with 4 customers. And so you just have to always be on and be prepared and have your stuff ready. And I think I just talked too much, but that's just a few tips. So next.
That was awesome, Lindsay. Thank you. Okay. Where's Kristen? And then we'll go to Shannon. Go for it.
Okay, so how are we working our business over the summer? Is that what we're on? Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do daily and, you know, throughout the summer or yeah.
So I do, I mean, a little bit of everything like you guys are talking about. I do one-on-ones every day. I try to blitz every time I'm out of my house, whether it be, you know, at the grocery store, at the thrift store, making copies of little customer order forms. I actually, and here's the thing about blitzing that I'm trying to let people know too, that a lot of the time if you just hand somebody a blitz card, sort of like what Lindsay just said, you just hand somebody a blitz card, like you might never hear from them again. So I always try now to hand them my phone and have them add themselves on Facebook, because then it's like a way I can be in front of them. They can be seeing my posts without me having to do that like awkward text. Hey, I'm that girl. Remember me? Want to come to a rap party? Or, you know, whatever it may be. And so I love being able to add them on Facebook, because then they can kind of get to know me and get more comfortable with me. And this guy, actually the manager of Office Depot that was making me copies of order forms, and this was when the system first came out, when the catalogs were out of stock, I made a copy of like, you know, the system, the sheet with the system on it for a party. And he was like, so does this really work? And added him on Facebook, found out he used to live in Italy, and he ended up signing as a distributor with me. So a big part though, definitely try to get them on Facebook. That way they're seeing your stuff, or if they don't have Facebook, obviously, or Instagram or whatever. And then I am trying to schedule more parties. I think both of the months that I promoted, I did at least 10 parties with, I mean, big promotions. Like when I went, you know, Diamond and Double, I did at least 10 parties. And so I definitely am trying to do that. But then right now I have 2 girls that I'm trying to help get to Diamond. And so I'm having them schedule parties and, you know, going. I actually have one girl that's in Alaska, but I'm like, you know, if you want to schedule, she's from here. I'm like, if you schedule a party here, I'll go do it. We'll just Zoom you in, you know? So I'm like, I don't care. I'll go do them. So just doing as many parties as possible, you know, obviously staying consistent about social media, helping my team. But then, you know, just as long as, you know, like we're saying, like, as long as you're working your business and always, you know, talking to somebody every single day, hopefully, you know, a handful of people every single day about what you do, then, you know, the idea is that, I mean, obviously we're all going to go through like ups and downs in our businesses, but the idea, if you're constantly working your businesses, you know, some of those seeds that you're planting are going to happen. And then you don't hit that like brick wall where you just feel stuck. Cause I feel like I hear that from so many girls that, you know, might go Ruby and then they're like, I just feel stuck. And I think that's because people, you know, they work their warm market and then they just don't know what to do. They're like, well, I signed up my friends and my neighbors and, you know, my family, and now I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I think I said this the last Zoom, but if you think of this as like actually a business and not it's just like, oh, it's this It Works thing I do, like think of it like you just went out and opened your own hair salon. And if you cut all your family and your friends' hair and then didn't have enough money to pay your rent on your salon, would you close your salon? No, you wouldn't. You would go out and you would start talking to people and you would post on Facebook and you would be working your business with every person that you met. You'd be like, hey, I do hair, you know, here's a card. Or, you know, you would be out talking to people and you wouldn't just give up and close your doors. So you got to think of this business the same way, you know, just constantly be talking to people about what you do. And, you know, if you're passionate about this company and you truly use these products, you'll love them. And it won't be like you're pushy or you won't feel salesy about it. You'll just be sharing. So that's my tangent. So sorry if that was long too.
Oh, I love it. I love this. I'm learning, like, even 3 years in this business, I love hearing this stuff. Shannon, do you have that shirt on?
Yes, I told you.
Yeah, she said she did.
I didn't hear her say she had it on, and then I'm like, I think it's because there was so much just, it was like going in and out. I love it.
I wore it just for you.
An hour later, Rebecca figures it out, Shannon.
So funny. Well, I'll give everybody a couple specific things that you can duplicate. I think everybody's definitely driven the point home that we need to continue to work. And if you are consistent, which we should be, regardless of what time of year it is, that's how you're successful. The people standing on stage are the ones that never quit. They're the ones that got more no's than I have. So that's just the way I look at it. So stay consistent. But a couple of things, here's one thing. I always try to think about where people's minds at during whatever time of year it is. And right now, people more than ever are freaked out about their swimsuit bodies, freaked out about it. And they're looking for ways that they can lose weight, lose it quickly, tighten tone, give that extra boost of confidence before they put on shorts or their bathing suit or whatever it's going to be. So I encourage you guys to, what I've done is I have a secret page. I've done 90-day pages, but I just don't have the patience to do 90 days. I don't have the attention span for 90 days. So I figured out that 30 days is best, but I'm very focused on the system. And the reason why I'm so focused on the system is because I've lost 30 pounds and kept off 30 pounds with this company. And I definitely feel like I'm a product of the product. And that system now with the cleanse has all of my favorite products in it. And those are the products that are going to keep your customers coming back. They're going to continue to be your customer, primarily because of the greens in there. But they're also going to love that cleanse that they can use even as much as once a week. But really focus on that cleanse. And I would get with a couple of your sideline sisters. I wouldn't make it too big. I've done that before too, and I think it just gets too big. But have a 30-day page and start advertising it now. I have my next group is starting on June 6th because I want people to have enough time to order and get their system in. You can either have them, for those of you that have done Whole 30, you could have them follow the Whole 30 meal plan for that 30 days. And I post a recipe every day and a workout every day. You can get amazing workouts from YouTube. They're great videos and you can mix up what they do every day. So I am very focused on helping people achieve overall health. So I don't want them just taking the supplements and thinking that's going to be all they need to do. So I try to teach them whether it's Whole 30 to follow because they can buy the book and follow that and you can do it with them. Or you may have other meal plans that you followed, but I definitely try to get them following some type of clean eating meal plan during that time, exercising and taking our supplements. So that will get you new customers that will, that's 110 BV for every one of those people that order the system. And then you're going to make lifelong customers out of those people. I haven't had anybody just cancel after the system. Now, granted, they don't continue with the system every month, but they at least want to keep their greens and ThermoFit coming. And then they, will add on an order for the cleanse and then the wraps whenever they need them. So that's something specific you can do. Something else as far as blitzing is the greens are my number one product. I absolutely love them. I could talk about them for days. And I try to get out where people are right now. Going out to eat is perfect for it. Mix greens and water and leave the greens on the go package laying by your water. And whenever the waiter comes back to fill up your water, every single time they're like, whoa, what is that? Did I give you that? What are you drinking? I don't remember pouring that. Like, it's just my greens. And so it strikes up a conversation, and I'm able to start talking about the greens, and I say it loud enough so that everybody at my table, everybody at surrounding tables can hear me. I mean, I'm not like, hey, but I mean, I'm talking loud enough that if people want to eavesdrop on my conversation, they can hear me. And I get a customer every time from that. I've had people join my team because of the greens. But I do the exact same thing that they're talking about. Whenever they ask me about it, I'll hand them my phone and say, add yourself on my Facebook right now, and I will send you more information about the greens. Because usually your waiters and waitresses are in a hurry, but I don't stop there. If I notice somebody is peering over their shoulder, then I will say, hey, do you want to try them too? And I strike up the same conversation. So I get multiple people blitzed wherever I go with greens on the go. And also energy this time of year. Any barbecues you guys go to, become professional barbecue goers this time of year. You know, say yes to the pool parties, say yes to the picnic, say yes to the things that are going to get you to where people are right now. I think that a lot of times we can let it freak us out that people, well, I'm on vacation. And so we go, well, everybody's on vacation. Well, you're probably going to go on a vacation too. And some people are coming to where you are to see friends and family there. Everybody doesn't, it's not a ghost town in your town. You just need to go where people are and be strategic about it when you walk in. What are things that are going to capture their attention? Which anything you're drinking when it's hot outside is something great. So greens and energy are a great way to strike up that conversation. And then you're able to go, here's my information, you know, with your Blitz card, here's some coupons, but, you know, connecting with them on Facebook. And then, you know, I'm consistently posting right now about the wraps, and I'm posting about other body parts. Don't just post about the waist right now. You know, the thighs, every time I post something about thighs, I get people that are interested. They generally don't comment on that picture because people don't want to go, hey, help me with my thunder thighs on your Facebook. But, you know, I get private messages from that. So don't freak out if people don't like and comment all over your post. People are watching you. But be sure you're mixing up the different parts of your body that people can post, because not everybody is out there wanting to buy a Victoria's Secret bikini right now. You know, there's other parts of their body that they want to tighten and tone. So post the arms, post the legs, post the neck, post everything that people are going to be a little bit more revealing with. And then if anybody's talking to you about the wraps, here's a tip I learned from Ashley Sinclair, is if you sell them, anybody that you've sold the wraps in the last 30 days, go back to them and tell them that you have a flash sale going on right now, and they can get $5 off the defining gel that's the sister product for the wraps. Because when they order the wraps as your new loyal customer, they receive 5 perk points. And you can tell them, for my loyal customers that ordered the wraps in, what, I don't even know what month it is, in April, I have this flash sale for you, and you can get it for $5 off. So that's another tip I have, just for making sure you're getting wraps and defining gel in people's hands right now.
What is it?
That's all I got.
Oh, Kit, you need to mute yourself.
Me?
Kit.
Yeah, she's
I'm glad you're on. Okay.
that kid's probably gonna hang up on you now.
Hey, I actually saw part of her face. So, is she still there? Anyway, Shannon, are you still got more? Or are you good? Are you done?
No, back to you, sister.
That was awesome. I love that tip from Ashley Sinclair too. That's amazing. Yeah. So for me, what am I going to do this summer? The same thing I do all year round. And that goes back to just kind of what everybody's saying is consistency. 3 years in this business. I just keep this in mind, especially for those that are newer and stuff like that. The people not liking your post, ignore it. They're not always going to like your stuff. Keep posting. I have people that that are joining me 2 and 3 years later. That one of them's on here, Jennifer. She actually, I messaged her probably not like a whole lot. Like I would wait maybe 4 to 6 months, right, Jen? And she would ignore me, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna move on, But there's just something inside of me, like I pray about it, and I pray about who comes into my business, and I do feel led, some days, like who I'm reaching out to and things like that. And so it was crazy. Like literally almost 3 years later, I sent her a message in January when we had that BOGO, and she messaged me back within a couple minutes and was like, girl, I've been thinking about this, praying about it. It's time. Let's do this. So, it just goes to show you, she ignored all those other messages. So it's timing for people in their lives. So that's one big tip. I just want to remind you guys that consistency. Don't think because they're not liking your stuff. It's just timing for people. The posting, yes. Posting is a huge part of this business. It's, and again, not making it all body pictures or hair, you want to make it a lifestyle, share your interests, what you're doing, your adventures, and have fun with it. I'm trying to think what I was going to say. I'm a little distracted here. Sorry. So that is huge. But do I just sit behind the computer all day? No, because I can take my phone with me wherever I go, right? And again, when I first started the business, I was working help my husband with a construction company. I was working part-time as a dental assistant. And it just goes to show you that wasn't cutting it for us. So it shows you how much It Works has changed our lives. But like, as far as like, oh, she's saying hi. Hi. Hello. It's past bedtime. Anyway, what was I just saying? I lost my train of thought. What was
dental assistant.
That you could start.
Oh, working your business. So not just, doing the consistency of what you're doing, mix it up, trying to get parties on the calendar, getting out there, the blitzing. And again, I love how it is about building relationships. I've blitzed and wrapped people in bread company bathrooms. Like you just have to I think I watched a video, Lindsay, you might've watched it in our VIP group. A girl posted about it. And, she talked about how she burned her fear. And it's something I'm going to be doing with my team here soon, because even I want to stress this to everybody too, is like even me being a triple diamond or whatever, don't think that I haven't had fears, or like I don't sometimes even today. Like I'm working on breaking those fears too. So like even, getting out there and blitzing someone or picking up that phone sometimes can weigh 1,000 pounds. I do try to build those relationships with.
You did it when I walked away.
That's kidding him. Just building those relationships with everybody that comes into your path, because they're there for a reason, you guys. We have a gift in our hands with this company and these products. So don't underestimate it, okay? And, just be consistent. I mean, like we've all said, the people that have stuck with this, that are promoting, we just haven't quit, and we're consistent. It is truly, truly, truly about being consistent in this business and helping others and helping your team. So I think that's probably all I got. We're a little after 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Whoops. And my baby's still up. So I don't know about if anyone else wants to, if you, Lindsay or Shannon or Kristen, you guys want to add anything else? I think we're good tonight. I'm so glad everybody was able to join us. Can we do a quick picture though? Let's do a quick picture. Don't you think we should?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want me to take it?
Yeah, I'm on a phone, so somebody with a computer should do it.
Okay, I got it. Whoops. Okay, let's see here. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, Innocent's in there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, everybody. Awesome. Okay, I think I did it. We're good.